Hi everyone. So you may have seen some cool yo-yo videos and you want to get into yo-yoing, but there are a lot of yo-yos out there, so like lots of different types. But yeah, if you don't know which one to get, but you want to find a pretty cheap one that won't break your wallet, then this is the video for you. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the yo-yos which are the best value for money and which ones to get as you progress. So yeah, most yo-yo stores are from like the US or Japan, so it's quite expensive with shipping costs and conversion rates. And to get cheaper yo-yos, you just need to know where to get them, and yeah, most of them are made in China, so I'll tell you how to find them. I also think this video will be quite long, so I'll just show you my list of yo-yos right now. But I will talk about why I recommend each one and how to get the cheapest one. And so please watch on to find out more. The first yo-yo I recommend is the MagicYoyo D1. I bought this for $3.92. Yeah, this yo-yo is a responsive yo-yo, and it's for people that haven't thrown a yo-yo before. And so yeah, it's responsive, so it'll come back up when you tug on it. I'll just do a quick demonstration what tricks you can do. So yeah, you can do regular yo-yoing, up down, down up I mean. You can throw it out like that, around the world, rock the baby. Of course you can do the regular sleeps for quite a while too. It's got a ball bearing. What else? You can walk the dog. You can do the Eiffel Tower, picture tricks, that sort of thing. You can even get into looping. I'm not very good, but yeah, that's the MagicYoyo D1. Nice and cheap. Nice, good fun throw. If you, I don't know, just want a yo-yo that works like a yo-yo, that's the one for you. So yeah, this yo-yo is just for developing your basic skills. You know, you need a good straight throw and also a good spin, just until you're ready for unresponsive play. Okay, to get this yo-yo cheap, you just need to go on AliExpress. Yeah, this site might seem dodgy, but it's pretty good. I've never not received an item, so just search MagicYoyo D1 and it should come up. If it's not the cheapest, maybe search MagicYoyo with no space, sort by price, and that's the cheapest one. $6, that's not cheap, so maybe just go eBay and oh, look at that, it's a lot cheaper. So depending on what color you get, it will be different. So yeah, you can see inside it's got a ball bearing, and yeah, that's it here. Yeah, pretty standard yo-yo. Okay, there are also many other unresponsive yo-yos. For example, the Omega Fireball, C3 Initiator. These are quite a bit more expensive, and I don't feel like they're much better than the D1, so I'll just go with the D1, and it's just to get you started. If you want to get into looping though, then you may want to get a better one. I don't know, up to you. Moving on to unresponsive yo-yos. So unresponsive yo-yos are the ones that don't come back up. So unresponsive doesn't come up when you tug it, you need to bind to get it back up. So these ones, they're good for more complicated tricks, longer spin times. Oops. Yeah. So if you want to get into that, then I recommend the CLYW Kodiak. This is a good beginner's yo-yo. I got this for $150 US. Nah, just kidding. The yo-yo I recommend is the MagicYoyo K1. Actually, I don't really recommend this, but I call this the poor man's yo-yo, just because it's so cheap. I actually have two of them. This one's the old one. The old one's not as good because of these rings. If you knock it, it's gonna fall out, and yeah, it's a bit annoying. And yeah, so the new one doesn't have the rims. Okay, I got this for $4.73 and this one for $5.75. It's not a great yo-yo, it's quite vibey, but it does what it does. It's an unresponsive yo-yo and it works like one, and yeah, spin times aren't great, but yeah. Yeah, the only reason why you would get a plastic yo-yo is if you don't trust yourself, really. If you think you're gonna hit yourself or you're gonna hit something and you're gonna break something, then that's why you would get a plastic yo-yo. You could also skip this yo-yo altogether and go straight for metal yo-yos. That's what I would do. But yeah, if you want to get a really good plastic yo-yo, I recommend the Replay Pro. I don't actually have one, I gave mine away. The Replay Pro is $16 US. It's Gentry Stein's yo-yo. He won the US Nationals with it, so it's a really good yo-yo. I would skip the Replay Pro altogether because when I first got it, I started unresponsive. I bought my Replay Pro with my Shutter, my metal yo-yo, and within 1 or 2 weeks I already moved on from the Replay Pro and gave it away. So yeah, you could skip it altogether. You wouldn't miss too much either. So just a side note, if you're buying it for a kid, just keep in mind it's a metal ball on a string, and that can be quite dangerous, so maybe plastic is the way to go for them. So yeah, I personally don't like the K1 or Replay Pro that much, but it's on my list because yeah, if you want to have a step from responsive to unresponsive metals and you need something in between, then yeah, this is a good cheap yo-yo to go for. To buy this one, you can again go on AliExpress. Here's the old one for $4.48, but yeah, I don't like that one. So if you look at the new one, you can tell it's a new one by the way that there's no ring around the outside, around the rim. But this one's quite expensive, so let's go to eBay again. Here we go, here's the old one again, $3.92, that's cheaper. And I think that's the new one. Yep, here we go, here's the new one. You can tell it's a new one because of the lack of ring here. It's all one piece. So yeah, the newer K1 is a lot better, maybe twice as good as the old one. So yeah, it is slightly more expensive, but yeah, that's what you're gonna pay for. So the MagicYoyo K1, it's not a great yo-yo, but it works. It's unresponsive and you can do all your unresponsive tricks on it. Oops. Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's not great, but it works. Value for money. Yeah. MagicYoyo K1. Moving right along. We're gonna move to the metal yo-yos. So the first one I recommend is the MagicYoyo N12 Shark's Honor. So I bought it for $10.67. Yeah, if you ask any YouTuber, they've probably either owned one or they know about it. It's super stable, it's smooth, and it's a full-size yo-yo. Yeah, the reason why I recommend this is because it's great value for money, and also your first yo-yo is going to get smashed up. So my first yo-yo was the Shutter. First metal yo-yo was the Shutter. So if you can see, it's super smashed up. So yeah, I only got my N12 after I got my Shutter. I didn't know about it before, and I probably would have preferred to smash up my $10 N12 than my $45 US Shutter. So keep that in mind. Your first yo-yo, your first metal yo-yo, you're gonna miss some binds. You're gonna, yeah. Maybe if you get a plastic first, or just get the Shark's Honor first, then yeah, you won't bash up your yo-yo that much. And another thing, the Shutter is considered the budget yo-yo for the yo-yo community, but $45 US. I don't think that's budget. And yeah, shots on a N12 is what I consider budget. If you have money, why not just go for the shutter? Yeah. Okay, so for the Shark's Honor, I think the cheapest site is probably AliExpress. Yeah, I've just searched it up, MagicYoyo N12. I think MagicYoyo with no space usually gets the cheaper results. Here we have one for $10.11, so that's pretty cheap. The prices always fluctuate, so always look out for deals and stuff. Just look out for random other yo-yos. So if you see here it says MagicYoyo N12, but if you click into it, it's actually the MagicYoyo T6. Oh, here we go, see T6 there. So just watch out for those. Yeah, the MagicYoyo N12 should have a shark on it because it's the Shark's Honor. If you want to pay a bit more for a different color, that's an option. The next yo-yo I recommend is the Auldey Orbis. Well, it's actually a collab between Yoyo Officer and Auldey. So here it is. Not sure if you can see that properly. Here it is. Okay, so I bought this for $16.10 from AliExpress, and I got it just because of that price. That was a crazy price. I saw the same yo-yo on Rewind store for $40 US. So I thought this was a bargain. I bought it and I think it's great. It's got a good finish. It's nice, well made. Yeah, and what sets this apart from the N12 is these rings here in the middle, and it allows for good finger spins. So it is slightly more expensive, but if you see yourself doing finger spins, then I recommend this. I'll just show you now. So I think it finger spins as good as the shutter, because yeah, the design is pretty similar to the shutter with a ring in the middle. It's not as deep, but yeah, so you have the shutter and the Orbis. If you look at that, pretty similar design. You got the ring in the middle. I'd say the Orbis might even be better at finger spins because it's smooth here. The shutter has the laser engravings in the middle. Yeah, so the shutter is slightly bigger, just very slightly, and you can feel that difference in your hand, but it's not huge. And the Orbis is quite a lot lighter, but still plays really well. So I'll just show you quickly. Yep, there we go, Auldey Orbis, pretty good. So this one, I think the prices did go up a bit. So if you see here, Auldey Orbis is $17.19. Okay, so just look out for deals. I bought mine for how much? $16.10. So yeah, if you want this one, just look out for some deals. Yeah, again, it's a bit more expensive than the shots on N12, but if you see yourself doing finger spins, then yeah, this is good for you. While looking at magic yo-yos, you may have been wondering, there are a lot of other magic yo-yos, but why haven't I recommended them? So just simply put, I feel they're not as good as the N12, and you can ask any yo-yoer and they'll probably tell you N12 is the best. I do have a MagicYoyo T6 Rainbow. Here we go. It is smaller. It's an undersized yo-yo. So if you look at that, it's tiny. Yeah. So it it works, but it's just not as nice. It's small, it's harder to hold. If you have small hands like Donald Trump, maybe this will be good for you, but it's just not as, doesn't compare, even though it's cheaper. I bought this for about $6.50 around there. Yeah, it doesn't compare. I wouldn't get them. Now, if I were to start over, and yeah, what would I get? So I would start with the MagicYoyo D1. I would learn my basics. I would get the feel of the yo-yo, how the yo-yo responds, and yeah, just get really good at throwing the yo-yo first. Then I would move straight on to the Shark's Honor N12 or the Auldey Orbis. Yeah, I would skip the plastic altogether. Yeah, just simply because it just doesn't compare. Metal yo-yos are smoother and they feel nice in the hand. There are high-end plastic yo-yos that are just as good. For example, the Skyva is nice, but the Skyva is $20 compared to 10 to 16 Australian dollars, so there's no real comparison there. After the N12 or the Orbis, I would go for a mid-range yo-yo like the Shutter. The difference is not that big, so there's no huge step up in like quality, but it is noticeable. When you're just starting out, you might not notice it, but as you learn a few more tricks, you will notice the difference. So yeah, I recommend a mid-range yo-yo after that. There are lots of them. Maybe I'll put a few on the screen you can see here. Then after this, I think it would be good to choose your own premium yo-yo. So I've got CLYW Kodiak and the C3X finger spin. So these two are great yo-yos. So yeah, depending on your playstyle, then just find the yo-yo that's right for you. You should be able to know. Now, if you're rich and you have money to spend, yeah, why not get these yo-yos? So you start with the Cerevo 7, it's only $350. You go into a mid-range yo-yo, the titanium shutter, $300, until you get into something a bit more premium. So you get the Anglantis, which is $900. So yeah, but if you don't have money to spend, here's my list again. D1, K1, N12 or Auldey Orbis, and then mid-range yo-yos such as the Shutter or something else, and then you should be able to choose your own premium yo-yo. Okay, so I totally forgot. If you want to do cool finger spins, I recommend just start with the Skyva, and then maybe go onto a metal Skyva or any other metal finger spin yo-yo. I got the C3X finger spin. So yeah, this is the one you'll probably see me doing cool tricks with. Hope you found this video useful, and of course this is just what I would do, so you may want to do something different, or you might have different opinions. Yeah, so any questions or comments, just either post it down below or message me, and yeah, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.